So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Prescott on first down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And some room to maneuver. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Foreman. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Watson hands this to Foreman. "34 yards there and a first down."
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Texans have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run with Foreman. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
That's it, baby. 40 set.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And some space here. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 7. Going to 53. Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. He's coming. He's 26.
Here's Prescott. Completes it to Austin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Marr able to put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. They'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 31. Check 31. There we go. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Texans 44-yard line.
Watch twist. We're going to 54. Why?
From the 44, Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Prescott now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go to 54, go to 54, why ain't? Check three. We're going to 54, why ain't?
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Carter. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Set.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. yards, the final tally.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender...
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness. Grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support, and end up. Ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And no run back here. This will be a...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag.
Wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Third and long for Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down throw for Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Throwing. Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. From the red zone now, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Shift! Watch the shift! Hey, alert 3, alert 3!
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Rolling to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now Prescott. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. 11 yards there, just like last play.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Room here to run. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. They'll run on first down. Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him?
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Flying in. 41's the mark. We got it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Prescott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott dancing to his left. That would complete to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. First down, Prescott. A one-handed. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Texans first down.
Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
On first down, Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Switch, 31. Check 24. Watch 24.
On second down now, it's Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Right there in the middle, 55. I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Elliott trucks over him. Power running by Zeke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Reset. 19. Check 55 to Mike. Coming.
They begin with a run by Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
He wasn't ready.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return.
Get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these.
Just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm under. I had to get back up. I can't take.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go. Let's go. This is it. 19. Check right 47. Let's go, defense.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Dances by him. Miller with a first down and more. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 60, have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Howard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, thick defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. From midfield, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real 1st quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Nigel Bradham brings them down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage. Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 54 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
I think pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin the oars back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 25 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Being chased out. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards, and the Texans will extend their lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple talking about, if he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. J.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Down the man inside, down the man.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to sling this deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, Now it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a man.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What's set? UAT! I'm here all day.
On first down, Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Miller. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 33 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go, defense.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
He's got a man complete. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. 73 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the air now with Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
It's third down. Third and long.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Fairbairn missed it. He pulled it left. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
No. Go.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Watson with a give to Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 38 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's checking credit.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
And he'll be out right at the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On first down, they run with Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10. At the 47-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Sunday. To you. Focus on.
On second down, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Good set. 19. Let's go, D. 31. March 41.
From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Just like that.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower. Get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back and then explode and go as we saw there.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's second down. Now Wentz again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10.
47's the mark, boy, 47.
After the interception, here's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First down, Texans.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 24. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. Aguilar has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10.
Empty.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6 at the Texans' 48-yard line.
Here 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Wentz. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 42 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 74, 74.
Now Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And nothing but daylight ahead. And it's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Keeps the score. Texans 30, Eagles 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Wentz. And now here is another interception. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Again, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on third down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Check. No. Under 10. 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's find two.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Lamar Miller. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throw left side, complete to QT. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the ground now with Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe?
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it... These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't.
but that's
the
about
virtual
it.
Guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Sweetie! Watch the screen. Stand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's second down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final try now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.